Hello and welcome to It's All About You, the best show about you on the internet. I am B. Dave Walters, life, relationships, and spiritual coach. This is episode number 54, Sabotage, or Self-Sabotage, if that'll fit all the way in there. And I'm going to be cutting this one a little bit short because I have an announcement that I made at the end of this video, so I got to cover a lot of ground quickly. Now here's a question that I got in on FormSpring. Again, you can ask me anything about spirituality, relationships, or just whatever you want. You can submit the question through formspring.me, like me, /B Dave Walters. No www. formspring.me /B Dave Walters. You can even ask anonymously. So if there's something you're shy, don't know how to ask, you can drop it off anonymously. I'll answer it either in a video, an article, or I'll answer it directly. So here's the question. I'm in a 2-year relationship. I always thought that we were indestructible, but for a few months, I don't think that anymore. I don't want to think all the time that we are meant to be because I know that I can decide if we are. But how do I know? Let me read it again. I'm in a 2-year relationship. I always thought that we were indestructible. But for a few months, I don't think that anymore. And I don't want to think all the time about are we meant to be, because I know that I can decide if we are. But how do I know? You know, the reason why this fits in with the idea of sabotage, sorry, I'm trying to arrange my watch here. The reason why this fits in with the idea of sabotage is I hear this quite a bit from people where they have relationships that are going fine, that are going totally smooth. And they get caught up in this whole idea of fear, this whole idea of what if it doesn't work. And they get into this things like, oh, he's going to leave me, she's going to leave me. And to be quite honest, it makes them start to do kind of stupid things and push that other person away. Because there's this bizarre belief that it's like, if I'm afraid you're going to leave me, so I'll push you away, then that's somehow better. But it's not. And I'll tell you why. For 2 reasons. 1, you don't know that they were going to leave. 2, they're gone now. And they're gone faster than they would have been gone before. So there's no point in embarking on these courses of action to drive the person away when you start feeling scared about things. Now, with this person, 2 years is a long time. I usually tell people that around the 3 to 5 year mark, you either got to get married or break up. Because you know everything you're going to know about each other by that point. If you've been with somebody 3-ish years, definitely more than 5 years, and one of you isn't ready to commit, that's because of one of 2 things. Either from the past, or because one of you is waiting for something better to come along. And you're not willing to commit to this person for the rest of your life. And if you're not willing to commit to this person, then really it's time for you to roll on. Now, as far as this person goes with this question, how do I know? I would just say as long as it's working right now, go with it. What difference does it make? The stress is coming from trying to look too far out into the future. If he makes you happy, if you make him happy, if you guys have a good relationship, you can communicate openly, you can support, love, and encourage one another, then you have everything you need. If that's missing somehow, if you're arguing, or if you're paranoid, or if you don't have trust or communication, because those are the 2 pillars of any relationship, trust and communication. If either your trust or your communication is lacking, then the relationship may well have run its course. I would look at your own history. Look and see in the past when you were dating guys and it got serious. When you got about this point, did you get squirrely then too? If that's the case, it might be something with you. Is it that you feel like he doesn't feel the same way about you? In which case, if you're not sure, ask him. Ask him. You know, this happens all the time. That people will try and speculate somebody else's thoughts and somebody else's motivation, and you won't just ask the person because you're afraid of what you might hear in response. But again, if you cannot communicate, you do not have a relationship. If you cannot communicate, you don't have a relationship. If you're afraid to ask somebody how they genuinely feel because you're afraid of what they're going to say to you, they still feel that way. If a person's looking for a way out of a relationship and you just don't want to give them a chance to tell you that they're looking for a way out, it doesn't change the fact that they're looking for a way out. You understand? They just can't find it. And you're keeping them there. And so then you're kind of like this jailer. You know what I mean? You don't want to be with somebody who just can't leave because they can't figure out how, or is staying with you because they're afraid they can't do any better. That's not cool either, right? You need to be there because you're loving and supporting and growing together. Love, support, growth, okay? If that's lacking, then roll on. So I would just put these "are we meant to be" ideas out of your head. I would really start to look at what's the foundation here, especially look at your own relationship with your father and look at your father's relationship with your mother. Did they have a healthy, stable relationship that you were able to see what one was like and grow up and emulate it? Or was their relationship kind of messed up, and now as an adult you're starting to manifest messed up relationships? So the first person to think about and talk to about this is you, and just see where your head is and where your heart is, and if maybe it's true that this relationship has just run its course, because that's possible. Once you're sure that you're happy and that you want to stay in this and that you want to fight to make this happen, then talk to him. See where he is. See where his head's at. See what he wants to do. See that he wants to keep pushing forward in this thing and maybe spend the rest of your lives together. It doesn't mean that you have to get married. Not everybody has to get married. But for the most part, if somebody won't marry you and they haven't told you all along they would never get married, something's probably wrong, something's probably missing, in which case then you look at his relationship with his dad and the relationship between his dad and his mom, and maybe there's some incompletion on that side that he's playing out again and again. So I'm going to split part 1 early for my brothers and sisters on YouTube. You guys make sure you watch part 2. For everybody else, stick with me. We're going to keep going. Talk about self-sabotage. Hey everybody, B. Dave Walters here. As you know, I do all these videos and articles, and oftentimes I've always been trying to find ways that we could work, on a deeper level with each other to really help you dig in there and create the change that you want to make and answer the questions that you've got. So I've created 3 new programs to do this very thing. The first one is how to get over anyone or anything fast. Well, I will talk you from start to finish, all the way through the process of getting over anything that you've had trouble dealing with. Be it a painful breakup, be it abuse from your past, be it a bad relationship now, even phobias and fears. Anything that you need to release quickly, I've talked you all the way through it in this program, from start to finish. The second one is how to find, catch, and keep that special someone, to either help you step by step find the right person for you and find the right relationship and have true love in your life, or to fix and salvage and improve the relationship that you've already got, and help you basically find the person of your dreams either out there or find the person of your dreams that's already there in your house. Again, talk you all the way through it, step by step. And the third one is breaking the fear habit, how to let go of fear, to be able to trust more authentically, to be able to forgive people, to be more open and out there, and just be able to enjoy life more by letting go of all the fear that holds you back. All 3 of these are PDFs and podcasts, so you can read it or you can listen to me talk you through it. New exercises, meditations, all types of things to help you make the changes that you want to make. Now, for anyone that purchases these new programs, if you purchase one, I will include a month of my email coaching and chat coaching in there, which is worth $50 in and of itself. For anybody that signs up for 2, I will include 1 call with me on via Skype, internet call. And for anybody that signs up for all 3, I will include 2 calls with me, which is a $200 value. So that's pretty cool. Now the way this is going to work is when I post these programs, they're going to be $39 each, but I'm going to put them up for an introductory of $19 a piece for the first 500 copies that go out. So if you choose to sign up for 1, it will be $19, but if you choose any 2 of the 3 that I just mentioned, it will be $29 total for the 2 of them. If you decide you'd like all 3, it will be $39 total for all 3 programs, including the coaching, including the email, because I really want you to be able to dig in, make this change. We can work together for just the 1 month. You can continue it after that if you like, but really get in there and do the thing that you've been trying to do and really make the deep and lasting change that you want to make. So you can find all these on my website, peacelovemoney.com. It's under the library tab, and I look forward to working with you. You are great, and I love you. Okay, bye-bye.